Hello everyone and welcome back to war number 3 of season 30. In this war my alliance 2 Loki is going up against Juggernaut. I'm going to be on path 9 and I do have one fight on Boss Island against a Dragonman. For this war I'm going to be bringing in the team of Mephisto, Red Hulk, and Gladiator Hulk. First fight up for me is going to be Vision Arcus. Fairly normal placement on path 9. This is a little bit different fight for me as far as using Mephisto goes. Typically all my Mephisto fights on this path, I'm trying to push them to their special 2, throw my special 3 to drain their power and get my aura. But, you can't really drain Arcus's power. So my plan going in was just to throw special 1s. This is going to be the only fight that I'm going to use Mephisto, so the little bit of recoil damage I would take isn't going to be, a big issue. You can see here I did get to a special 3. The power gain on that, right off the bat was just way too much to get a special 1 off. So just decided I'd go ahead and just push myself up to the special 3, use it. We're in good shape. He does have, 1 power gain buff. Really the idea is to keep him under 2 or 3 if at all possible. That way, it's fairly safe. He's not going to gain too much power too quick. And on this node, I have always found that he is very willing to throw that special 1 without really having to do a lot of dancing around to bait it out. So you can see here, threw a special 1, followed up by a special 2, and he's down. Really quick fight, really, straightforward. One of the easier fights that you can fight on path 9 as long as you have a Mephisto. Okay, the next fight up is going to be a Captain Marvel movie, and she does, have the benefit of the higher ground global, so she's going to be gaining altitude buffs. My plan going into this was to really kind of fight her like Void, time that 10th hit out to remove the altitude charges. And, fight starts off right on track. No big issues. Try not to hit into her block too much so that she doesn't get her charges up too high. But there we go. We stopped at 9, baited the special 1. She got her altitude buff. Boom! Instantly removed it. So we're in good shape there. So we're going to stop again. We're going to stop at 19, and then for some reason, I figure, okay, well I can push her up 1 more. Okay, so we did push her up to 29. Now she does have the 1 altitude buff. There we go. So able to remove that. We're up to 3 bars of power. Really don't want to throw my special 3. Should have thrown specials before this, because with my special 3, I'm going to put an incinerate buff on her, and there I get tagged by a special 1 where I couldn't get the evade off. So, invulnerability boost is gone, but that's what it's for. Didn't do a whole lot of damage. I'm going to recover some because I do have a armor break debuff on me, so it's really just, willpower healing. Not too worried about it. So here we go. We're trying to bait another special 1. We get that off. And now, we've got her down to under 20%. She's only got 1 altitude charge. She's about to gain her 2nd. And, I thought, okay, well, let me throw the special 3. It'll finish her off. Okay, so I'm looking at the health. 12%, 9%. Uh-oh, didn't finish her off. She's going to have an incinerate debuff, and she's going to go indestructible. And now, her special 1's unblockable. She's got 4 fury, so she's hitting harder. She's now up to 2 altitude, and I'm just watching, as I try and dance a little bit to avoid them. Watching my health bar drop there a little bit, but there we go. Still come away with full attack bonus. Just going to cost me a heal or 2, and that's kind of the theme for this war. Get away with some mistakes, and it's just going to cost me a little, a few potions to heal up. So next fight up is a Sigil Witch. First time that I have fought one of these in war. I was a little worried about her going into it. Familiar enough with her special 1 animation to be able to, evade it, but just wasn't real sure, on some of the other things that she can do. I know, she can put buffs on both of us. She can put an unblockable on both of us. So, wasn't real sure what to expect. But after that first 5-hit combo, all that, tension went away. 10 hits in, I've dropped her under 50%. This guy's running suicides, so I, didn't really care at that point. I knew I was going to be able to finish it off quick. 17 hits, and she's down. So that finishes off our Section 1 fights. very clean, very easy. Now this is where it gets kind of fun and interesting. I figured, yeah, you know what? Let's try using Gladiator Hulk for this. He should get the face me buff. Terrax, is kind of a pain on this node with, between the armor breaks and his rock field and, having to bait out heavies. He can just do a lot of damage. I figured, okay, with face me, I'm going to have the damage reduced, and I'm just going to be able to hit into him and fight, without any issues. And that works well for a little while. Here we are, 10 hits in, I'm winning the kind of the battle of the health bar. It's close, and there he takes the lead. And, at this point, I'm starting to get a little concerned, but I was like, I should be fine. We'll, have a couple specials I can get off. They'll do some good damage. So still just taking chip damage, and it's getting lower. My health bar is getting lower and lower and lower. I'm like, okay, well, he's got to throw a special soon. That'll give me a chance. I'll get an armor break on. I'll be able to do a little willpower healing. I'll get my special 3 off once I get rid of the indestructible charges, because there's no fear once he has that rock field up of pushing his power bar up to the special 3. And there we go. So now we're back slightly in the lead on kind of that health bar race. I think I've said power bar a couple times, sorry. So hit into my block a little bit, trying to get an opening. There he goes, throws a heavy. I get my opening, and it is very, very close. We are, our health bars are about the same. Now I am very, very worried. I am down to 12%, 13% with a little bit of adrenaline healing there, down to 7, and he's at 16%. Okay, I'm thinking, well, if he throws another special, that could be it for me. So going to try and hit into his block as much as I can. Got a lucky intercept there, and say, okay, well, if I don't kill him with a special 2, I'm gonna die. Fortunately, in that one, I was able to be very lucky and get away with a very ugly fight. That was not a very good matchup, not very good thinking on my end. Won't be bringing him again for that fight, and we'll utilize somebody else for this. So, next fight up, we do have a Apocalypse. Once again, this has got the stun reflect on it. So really, just the point of this is, I'm gonna take chip damage. I know I'm gonna have to heal Red Hulk up again. I've got my invulnerability boost on, so I'm just going to play this safe and bait out heavy attacks. And just know it's gonna be longer. Like I said, no, I'm gonna take some chip damage. So, fortunately, he's throwing his heavy pretty easy. I'm not having to take a lot of hits in my blocks, and not having to do a lot of things like that. So, really, pleased with the start of this fight. So, now at this point, we're trying to bait out a special 2. And there we go. What always tends to happen on this node is, my decks didn't take right away, and I accidentally parried him and got the stun on me. So wasn't worried about the special 3. I was worried here that I was going to come off the special 3 and still be stunned. You can see there, he took me down to about 57%. Just once again, it's going to cost me some potions to heal up. A little concerned, on this fight. He's still got a ways to go. Able to get a good incinerate on him. His special 1 just knocks off some more health. Puts that degen on me. I am down to 36%, just watching my health bar go. Couple hits on a block though, and he's gone. Like I said, the downside to this is, and you'll see here in a second, it cost me quite a few big health potions to heal up for this Mojo fight. I think I put in 3 health potions if I'm not mistaken. There's 2. I'm looking at my health saying, okay, so it was 2 of the big ones and then a 6k. So, checking my boosts, my invulnerability boost is gone, of course. So we're going to tack on 1 more. I go through these things, way too fast. I use them kind of as a little security blanket just to, there's my 3rd one. I thought I did 3 in this one. The invulnerability boost is just kind of something that gives me a little comfort level, a little bit more confidence going into the fight. So, and here we go. This is, kinetic transference. So I don't really want him to, hit into my block. I don't want to parry too often. For some reason there, I knew he had the, hit into my block task up, and for some reason I just hit into him. I tend not to want to get his audience charges up. He's got the block one again, so I'm trying to evade his special one and just gonna, hit into him, bait that special one, hit into his block again to give him 3. It doesn't really make too much of a difference, except for I take some degen damage, sorry, and, just, once again, gonna have to heal up. A pretty clean fight there, down to 60%, and I still need Red Hulk for one more fight. So, get a little taxi job done there, get us up to Boss Island here in just a second. Let somebody clear out Penny for me, and then we're just going to do Hazard Shift Dragonman. Going to go in with Red Hulk. Didn't heal up completely to full. Didn't really think that there was a big need on this fight. This is one I'm very comfortable with. Any Mystic Champion, with Red Hulk, it's just going to be, a lot of damage very quick from Red Hulk. So, that one I intentionally, took the block on his special one to remove his power gain and get the debuff on me for some willpower here. Sorry about that. Willpower healing. And now just a matter of baiting out his specials. Going in, 5-hit combos, just, kind of a standard, Red Hulk fight on, a hazard shift node. Really the only fear in this is, somehow either missing a dex on his special or on the heavy and getting knocked down and him going unblockable. But, just wanted to push to the special 3. We're going to throw that off. It'll leave him up with a little bit of damage. But, as you'll see here, the damage that I get after and the Incinerate debuff is really just going to finish him off and finish off my war. I recorded this before it was over because I knew I was going to be out of place this afternoon. So, when I got done with this fight, I thought for sure this was a loss. This was a very, very ugly war on our part. We should have lost this war. There's no reason we should have won it, but we got fortunate and we did come away with a win. For the season now, I have 22 kills, 0 deaths, still just the 2 boss kills, and 2 Loki is 2-1. So thank you for watching. If you like this, please leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.